Hey, welcome back to Crafty Mama. It is, what is today? June 19th, day before Father's Day. And I am trying not to kill my rhubarb and get the cottage garden watered. I did not get it done yesterday. Because to put it bluntly, I felt like death. So, it's alright, we'll get it watered this morning and go over and water the vegetable garden. But before I get the water going, let's do a quick walkthrough. Alright, so this is where I wound up ending up when I pulled the water over, so this is where we're going to start. Back in that corner, we'll go around here in just a minute. There is lots of corn coming up. It's all looking healthy. Not as much as I would have liked for it to come up. I think that there's still quite a bit underneath that is just not popping through yet because of the weed barrier we beat down. I mean, because it's humped quite a bit. But we do have some sunflowers coming up there. Sunflower coming up here. We have a couple intermixed in our garden somehow. I'm not sure how that happened. If you remember, this one was super tiny. Last time we were out, it is not super tiny anymore. Grasses are looking good. Asparagus is looking good. Our pumpkin is just, all of our pumpkins are going like crazy. And they actually come out probably and cut back some of the leaves. Now, those are getting big enough. This watermelon was happy last time, but let me tell you, it's a lot happier now. And then we picked up some different plants from our local Dillons, and then we got some sweet potato vines planted from the greenhouse. So those are nice and happy. Asparagus is getting so big that it's literally falling over. The watermelon, you can kind of see very little flowers on it. It was all the way out in the grass, and when Chris mowed, he was like, I had to save it. That watermelon's very happy too. And then this pumpkin actually has a couple of flowers open. So far, it's still just male flowers, which is what I kind of expected, and that's fine. I'm just happy to see that they acclimated over here. I do think I'm going to have to pull some of the grass out of the asparagus beds just because it has gotten so big. I don't want it to choke out the asparagus. Everything is looking nice and pretty. The peas are coming up in the buckets. Not seeing a whole lot coming up along the fence where we planted like the morning glories and stuff in the butterfly bushes, but we'll give it some time. And then we got this one's a coral bell that we got from our local Dillons. It definitely needs some water, so it should be nice and happy here in just a minute. So yeah, we're gonna get the water started on this side, and then we'll get the front bit of the garden going. Necessarily water with my oscillating sprinkler, but I have to say, when you don't feel good especially, it's kind of nice to have a hands-off approach to at least part of the garden. And it does get all of it watered even if it takes a little bit. I don't have to stand out here, which is kind of nice. And we have a couple sunflowers coming up over in here. Still not seeing any kind of cucamelons or anything, so it might not. It might just not do this year. I have a couple of trees to pull out though. Definitely don't want those around here. And then we actually just got a couple more blueberries. They were on sale at Walmart. And we're gonna put probably in. There's gonna be one here and then one on the other side, so that they still get plenty of sun. They get watered when we use the sprinkler, but they shouldn't be out in the walkway once they get bigger and stuff, which is what Chris is worried about. And it'll kind of help with the wind block over time. So far, like I said, the corn is kind of sporadic, but you can kind of see from here it's the black pieces, especially that one, is really bubbled up. I mean, I kind of hope that we get more of the corn popping through. If we don't, I'll probably just, when I get done harvesting it this time, I will probably just cut the grass way back and use a different cover. Or maybe by that point I can use mulch and not have to use any kind of weed barrier and just do a deep mulch method. Horseradish is definitely nice and happy. One of my lilies, I thought I was going to actually get a bloom, and I think the kids were coming out and playing and they wound up stepping on it, so that didn't happen. And then we don't have anything coming up yet in the little holes over here that we planted. Mostly forgetting to water it. We got a little something coming up over here, but I'm not sure. I didn't label, so I have no idea. But the bush that we planted over here in a couple different spots is slowly coming back. Of course, we have grass that we need to get pulled out. And then we got some more sedum, a different kind that we had before. And it seems to be acclimating all right. I'm hoping we can come out and I don't feel too much like death and get that done today. And if we don't, so be it. It's kind of like my life right now. I'm by the seat of my pants at this point. We have some daylilies. We also have some weeds and some grass. We threw handfuls of seeds in here at the beginning of the year. So far we don't have anything. And we have a couple of different things planted from the greenhouse. The only one I'm seeing so far that's still in there is the fenugreek. And what is it supposed to be? Not supposed to be lamb's ear, but that, I don't know. I don't think that's lamb's ear. I think that's probably pigweed. Rhubarb's looking nice and pretty. We did probably get the yellow leaves pulled off. The sedum has moved and whatnot. We got some hollyhocks from Dylan's as well. Sedum's coming up really nice. Mint's coming up really nice. Still haven't separated out my pinning chicks. But hey, my daylilies are starting to bloom. We did finally get the food buckets planted. We got some catgrass and some bee balm, some marshmallow in that one. And then I have it's just a Dollar Tree bucket that I'm trying to keep moistened to propagate some different succulents, but we did get those 2 succulents from Walmart. The boys each got another one. More sedums, more grass. The roses are dying back for at least a little bit. And then in this one we have some lupin and some catgrass, some marshmallow, I think. Might have put some fenugreek in there, I can't honestly remember. And then there's some dark opal basil that I started from seed that are finally coming back in. And then this one, the buds have died back and are coming back out again. And then I was able to find some yarrow, so we got some of that planted, and a couple of different delphiniums, and a couple of blueberries that we need to get planted, like I said, over there. I was really surprised they were on sale because they look fantastic, but who am I to judge, right? We have some random sunflowers that I haven't quite decided. I might just leave because they're sunflowers and I like them. And then the mint that I planted in this corner is looking good. There's a lot of sedge that's coming in that I need to get pulled out. Like over here, there's a lot of grass. Like I said, yesterday I didn't feel good, and the day before that we were out busy doing different things, and I just kind of gets away from you. So my yard is definitely not going to be picture perfect, but not really aiming for perfection. Everything's an experiment. Everything's trial and error. Things that work with some people aren't going to work for me, and vice versa. And then we do have a couple of, or not gazanias, yeah, those things. I'll think of it when I get into the big garden. We have a couple trees that need pulled out. Peonies are done for the year, so those will start dying back, and they've made their seed pods, and they started getting all that done. Got some mint over here. Plenty of weeds. Which honestly, most of the weeds that are in my yard I can use medicinally if I wanted to, so the reason why I don't worry too much about it. But that is the end of the June 19th cottage garden. Now I gotta go get the veggie garden watered and get that filmed. Talk to you later.